Okay, so Ridley Scott directed Gladiator. This is direct, of course. We want to focus more on the director. Well, I think that is clear. We form negative sentences and questions in the same way as active sentences. Okay, this is important. For example, some films aren't shot on location. Well, that is the normal, the normal structure that we know. And in the questions, well, the same thing. Is your car being repaired today? Also, take into account that the order is the same, but of course, taking into account that as we're talking in the passive, the subject is now going to be the object. That is the only different thing, okay? But the rest is the same. The structure is the same, but the subject is going to be a different subject. Well, we can often use the passive to talk about processes, for example, scientific processes, and informal language such as news reports. Okay, this is what we have just said some minutes ago. Example, then the water is heated to 100 degrees. That is one famous example. Or many buildings in the city have been damaged by the earthquake. Okay, this is another case of the importance is the amount of buildings that were damaged. The other thing, well, is secondary, and even more because in this case it was a natural disaster. So when there's a natural disaster, you can't blame anyone. I mean, it's just a natural, it's the nature itself that sometimes is great and sometimes it's evil, but well, okay, so those are the uses, girls. Another thing that the book doesn't mention, remember that depending on the tense that you want to talk with the passive, depending on that, you're going to choose the verb to be. Of course, if you want to talk in the present, use the verb to be in the present, is or am. If you want to talk in the past, use was or were. If you want to talk in the past perfect, use had been. In the present perfect, have been, or has been, and etc. etc. So on and on. Okay. Well, do you have any question, girls?
No, I don't.
Perfect. Ellie? Well, no, I imagine you don't have any questions because in the exam you did great and it was very good, but well, maybe